Hey guys, so we're here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Cosmic Legion's Outpost Zaxxius PowerCon debut figure of Opar-A-Tiv83, aka Not Manny Faces. This is of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Horsemen Studios, and yes, as I mentioned just a few seconds ago, if you weren't paying attention, that is, and if you weren't, shame! This was a PowerCon debut figure because of course he is meant to homage good old Manny Faces, one of my favorite heroic warriors from Masters of the Universe. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Opar-A-Tiv83 has to offer in terms of accessories. Starting off with a pair of extra hands here. He's got a trigger finger for the left and a grip hand for the right. He actually comes packaged with both grip hands, but happy to say he does have the appropriate hinge for holding weapons, so that's a plus. Of course, since he is a Manny Faces homage, he's got his little orange gun here. A blaster pistol action for you. Side is the... alright. Making sure the hose on the inside. That's what she said. And then, to kind of play off the Manny Faces gimmick, he comes with a couple extra heads. He comes with this kind of helmeted head with the removable kind of face shield there. This looks like a xenomorph, the way they designed the helmet. And then we got this head. Now, I don't know if this is a Legion's, like a Mythic Legion's head, or a Cosmic Legion's head, but it does have a flip-up visor. You can see Manny Faces' face under there, or Opar-A-Tiv83, I should say. You flip it back down. I say that because it looks like a knight helmet, but it almost looks like there's some kind of communicator over here. So I don't know if this is a cosmic piece or what, but it's pretty cool. I dig it. And then last and certainly least, we get this collar piece, which fits around the head and shoulders, and this bubble piece. So you can have a bubble helmet. This thing sucks. I don't know what it is with this. Like, this thing doesn't snap in. Like, this is like an Easter egg with no clip to it, you know? Now you get those little plastic Easter eggs and they usually snap together. This thing don't do that. Oh, yeah, see? It just falls right out. So, this is crap. I hate this thing. I want the Horsemen to go back to the drawing board with bubble helmets for Cosmic Legions and make something that A, pegs into the figures, and B, has something a little bit more for the actual bubble part to snap into, because right now this ain't cutting cheese whiz, man. This is crap. So I do not care for that, and I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer on Four Horsemen with these Cosmic Legions reviews, but facts are facts, and I've had both really crap luck with these and just there are certain things that I'm just sitting here scratching my head like, why? So, bringing in Opar-A-Tiv83, bring a closer look here. And the crap don't stop there, folks. I'm not going to dwell on it in this video, because I already talked about it in my Sphexian Minor, aka Cavern Specs video from yesterday. But he's got loose hips, like bad. These have minimal friction to them. This one is okay, I guess, but the feet are terrible on this guy. Terrible. Loose. Too much give. They need to do something about the loose joint. This one doesn't have hardly any friction. So I don't know what is going on over there, but I've heard from a couple other people that, yeah, figures are loose, and that's a problem. So, you know, I hate to be Mr. Complainy toy review guy, but you gotta tighten up your joints, guys. This is Why are loose joints still a problem in 2024? I don't get it. Mass produced or not, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry to throw stones, but the Savage Crucible figure I reviewed not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, I think, from a company that's never made a figure before, has tighter joints than a lot of these experienced companies, and that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, the experienced companies should have the tightest joints, the best quality as far as that goes, and they don't. It's really weird. So, yeah, moving on from all that, I don't want to get a bunch of hate in the comments or act like I'm dogging on the Horsemen, but these used to be a lot more fun to mess with when they weren't trying to fall on their butts when I was posing them, you know? So as far as articulation goes, his head will look up and down. Will tilt or rotate. He's got that green monster face. So this is going to be the head I use. This is actually a vampire head from Mythic Legions. And they repainted it for this guy, so that's pretty cool. That said, shoulder goes out to the side, back down. Rotates forward and back. He's got a single elbow. Look at the swivel. I gotta tell you, the range on Cosmics is not that great. I mean, I can get a better bend out of that, but you really gotta push it. Like Static X, you know? He's got a gauntlet twist. He's got a hinge in the wrist with rotation. Obviously has a trigger finger over there. Torso can crunch not too far forward, but it can crunch back. Can it? Yeah. His little chest piece gets in the way. He's got some tilt though, and he's got some rotation. And I want to say most of this rotation is on the ball itself, so it's not too loose, but it's loose enough. The hips, you already saw, they get splitsies, but they are loose as heck. Like, look. One finger. Hold on a second. A little premature here, but one finger. I'm using the same amount of strength, if not more, on him. 2018 figure. 2024 figure. You tell me what's wrong there. Sorry. I am so, like, up to here. I'm past my head, because you can't see the camera, with my hand there. With loose joints in these companies, not fixing them. Like, there's no excuse at this point. I don't care how many you make. I don't care what the sculpt is, what the mold is. There's no excuse for that. I don't care what the exceptions are. If I can't pose a figure without them falling on their butt, then obviously there's something wrong there. The hips move forward and back as I hit puberty mid-sentence. He's got a thigh cut. He's got a single knee. And I could even deal with the knees being whatever sometimes, but the hips and the feet, no. That's too hard to deal with. He's got the swivel at the foot, the rocker, or the hinge with the rocker. But it doesn't matter because it's loose, and you're probably not going to get him to stand. So, yeah, that sucks. I like this figure. I love Manny faces, but I have to tell you, I don't know if it's the second run of these, because the PowerCon run I didn't mess with, so I don't know if that version's tight or not. But I don't know, man. I just think that these loose joints gotta stop, and I hope they stop before Necronominus ships, because I don't want all my skeleton boys falling on their bony butts. So, bringing in the skeleton boy we just looked at here for a hip test. There's Brother Mandibulus. Standing tall, rock solid as always, because that's how good that figure is. Then we have the infamous 11 Spawn. Who again, these are two figures I use in every video. They are not loose. This guy I've had for a few days as of the time I'm recording this. He's loose as heck. And I posed him once. So, yeah, not sure what's going on there. Well, that being said, before this turns into a rant, if it hasn't already, that is, I guess, whatever. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. Why don't we wrap things up with some final thoughts? Overall, and loose joint related issues aside, again, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to get into that or harp on it too much in this review. If you want more on that, check out my review of the Zaxxian Miner, aka the Cavern Sphex, from yesterday. Other than that, though, because it is a problem with this figure, not gonna lie, it took me a minute to get him in this pose, the sheer lack of accessories is really what's killing my buzz with this figure. He comes with this pistol, which, yes, Man-E-Faces is known for having the one pistol, but he's also known for having a weapons pack sort of deal, and I would have liked to seen some of that implemented here, just because he seems very, very light on accessories. Yes, he does have 2 extra heads to kind of play off the Man-E-Faces gimmick, and he does have the bubble helmet, which, at least for me, doesn't fit the best. I still think the Horsemen could develop a better way to implement the bubble helmet feature on these cosmic figures, because all the ones I've messed with, not the easiest things to get set up, I'm afraid. Even after heating it up, like I did with this one, it's still a little tricky, but it does look like a really cool Cosmic Legion style version of Man-E-Faces from Masters of the Universe. That's what the Horsemen were going for, and for the most part, I think they succeeded. However, again with the loose joints, and I think we could have got some more accessories with this guy, at least some fist hands and open hands, come on man, would have spruced him up a bit. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.